As we near the end of the third UN Oceans Conference, I wanted to say a couple of words about the work that the UN Office for Legal Affairs has been doing here on behalf of the Secretary General and the UN Secretariat. This has been an intense and successful week for the law of the sea. It has been a week when we have seen concrete results in the areas that the Office of Legal Affairs and our division on the law of the sea works on. We have organized a major effort to support ratification of the BBNJ agreement, and here in Nice we've seen a real leap forward in the number of ratifications and signatures of that agreement. We have 19 new ratifications when we leave Nice, on a journey where we need 10 more to achieve the entry into force of this landmark agreement. A real success for the law of the sea. We started the week by celebrating World Oceans Day, which is a cooperation between so many actors that are engaged on ocean affairs. And together with our partners in civil society, OLA and Dualos did an enormous amount of work to bring together a celebration of the oceans. The energy that these discussions with the civil society, with indigenous people, with other stakeholders in business and academia give to the discussions here at the Oceans Conference is unbeatable, and we are very grateful for the cooperation that we've had with all our partners throughout this week. One theme that we've seen throughout the week is the important link between science and policy, and we've been engaged in events that have highlighted the need for us to bring in science to the work that we have ahead of us, not only on the BBNJ agreement, but also on other areas of the law of the sea. And the interaction with the scientific community will remain crucial for the BBNJ and for other parts of the law of the sea world. We've engaged with countries in all regions, particularly with small island developing states on issues, for example, related to sea level rise, one of the areas where the legal discussion is particularly active and important. Throughout the week, we've been continuing the work of the Office of Legal Affairs for capacity building. Capacity building is part of the BBNJ agreement's priorities, and it's part of what we do. We engage with those states who want our support on the BBNJ and on many other issues to promote the law of the sea. And the General Assembly of the United Nations has asked us to do this, and this is something that we have followed up throughout this week. I was particularly happy to meet with some of the former fellows of our capacity building programs, young policymakers and academics who have been part of the work on capacity building through, for example, the Nippon Foundation, and who now are engaged in many different ways in support of the law of the sea and in protecting the oceans. A final word of thanks to all of those who have made this week a success for the Office of Legal Affairs. We do some work behind the scenes. So in addition to the colleagues that have been visible in the many panels and debates that we have organized and participated in, there is a team behind the scenes that has been supporting the Secretary General and the co-presidents of the conference on procedural issues and other legal matters. And together, OLA has done what we have been able to do to make this conference a success. And we couldn't have done that without the cooperation with other parts of the UN family and the Secretariat and our external partners. We are a UN family, and I'll say as a final word that it's been a pleasure to work with the partners within the UN Oceans family. So different parts of the UN system and the International Seabed Authority who come together to try and find ways of increasing the impact we can make in support of the oceans. And it was a pleasure to work with all of them this week. Thank you.